Hey everyone, welcome back to the Be Yourself Unapologetically podcast. I would recommend getting a cup of tea and getting yourself comfortable because this one is going to be a long one. It's something that I think a lot of us have experienced once or twice. Some of us experience it every day, but just get yourself comfortable and get ready to listen with an open heart and an open mind. So, anxiety, the storm that teaches us to breathe. Today we're going to talk about something that honestly I think touches nearly everyone at some point in life: anxiety. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, yeah, I've heard this one before, deep breathing, mindfulness, blah, 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 stay with me, because this isn't a lecture. This is me sitting here like we're chatting over tea, talking about what anxiety really is, what it does inside our brains and bodies, and most importantly, how we can help ourselves or someone we love get through it. Because you know what? You can't always stop the waves, but you can learn to surf a little more gently. So, what is anxiety? Anxiety isn't your enemy. It's not this evil little gremlin that lives in your brain. It's actually a very old survival system that was designed to keep you alive. A part of your brain called the amygdala scans constantly for danger. It's like a little security guard that never clocks off. It's the reason you might feel your heart race before an exam or your stomach twist before a difficult conversation. That's your body saying something might go wrong. Let's get ready just in case. And in small doses, that's helpful. Anxiety is what kept our ancestors from being eaten by saber-toothed tigers, and now it helps us hand in our tax returns on time. But here's the problem. Our brains haven't quite caught up with modern life. So instead of reacting to real danger, we react to emails, to unread messages, to someone's tone of voice, to what we think might happen next week. Science shows that anxiety lights up the same neural circuits as fear. The amygdala sends out an alarm, and your prefrontal cortex, the rational bit, tries to calm it down. But when we're tired, stressed, or overwhelmed, that calming system goes offline and suddenly we are spiraling. It's not weakness, it's biology, and it's okay. So, how anxiety shows up. Let's be real. Anxiety isn't always the shaky hands, racing heart, what people imagine sometimes. It's quiet. It's the constant hum in the background of your thoughts. For me, and probably for a lot of you, it can show up as overthinking, people pleasing, being too busy, or that sinking feeling that you're never quite doing enough or good enough. Physically, it might be tense shoulders, stomach doing somersaults, trouble sleeping even when you are shattered, a need to keep checking things. Did I lock the door? Did I say the wrong thing? Mentally, it's the what if monster. What if they don't like me? What if I fail? What if something bad happens? Your brain starts trying to predict and prevent every possible disaster, and that in itself is exhausting. That's exactly where research shows that chronic anxiety can raise your levels of cortisol, your stress hormone, and make your body think it's in danger 24/7. That's why you might feel wired and tired all at once, like you're running a marathon in your mind while your body's begging for a nap. So how do you know when it's more than just normal worry? It's when it stops you doing the things you love, when you start avoiding places, people, or opportunities because the fear feels bigger than you. When your body's constantly in fight or flight mode. That's when it might be time to reach out, because anxiety disorders like generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, social anxiety, medical anxiety are real, treatable, and nothing to be ashamed of. Therapy, medication, mindfulness, they're not signs of weakness, they're tools. And asking for help is one of the bravest things that you can possibly do. So what does science say helps? So, all right, let's get practical. Here's what science and a little bit of experiences tells us actually works. Breathe on purpose. Sounds simple, but when you're anxious, your breathing goes shallow and fast. Try this. Breathe in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2. 1, 2. And then exhale for 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Longer exhales tell your nervous system we're safe now. Your body listens. It's like pressing a slow motion button on panic. Challenge your thoughts. Cognitive behavioural therapy, CBT, is built on one simple truth. Your thoughts are not facts. And if your brain says everything's going to go wrong, pause and ask, what's the evidence for that? Usually there isn't any, just an anxious imagination doing its best to protect you. Move your body. Exercise. Even a 10-minute walk releases endorphins that calm down the brain's alarm system. You're literally teaching your body that it can handle activation without danger. Sleep and eat properly. You cannot outthink anxiety if you're running on caffeine, no breakfast, and 4 hours of sleep. Sleep deprivation messes with the prefrontal cortex, the part that helps you reason. Mindfulness and acceptance. This isn't about clearing your mind, it's about noticing what's there without judgment. The research shows mindfulness lowers activity in the amygdala over time. That's science way of saying you can train your brain to panic less. Self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when anxiety hits. Imagine you're speaking to a friend who feels like you do. You'd never say, get over it. You'd say, it's okay, I'm here. Start saying that to yourself. Helping yourself through it. When I go through anxious times, I do a few simple things. First, I name it, literally out loud. Okay, anxiety, I see you. It sounds silly, but it separates you from it. You're not broken, you're just experiencing a very human emotion. Second, I breathe. I know, cliche, but it works. Slow breathing signals safety to the body faster than any positive thought ever could. Third, I get curious. Instead of thinking, why am I like this? I ask, what's my anxiety trying to protect me from? Usually there's fear underneath. Fear of failing, fear of loss, fear of not being enough. And when you name the fear, it loses its power. Fourth, I do something tiny and grounding, like wash my hands, smell coffee, or feel my feet on the floor. Because anxiety lives in the future, but calm lives in the now. And finally, I tell someone, you don't have to go through it alone. Talking takes the pressure valve off the mind. So how do you support someone with anxiety? If you've got someone in your life who's anxious, a partner, a friend, a child, the best thing you can do isn't to fix them. It's to be with them. Listen, validate, say, I get that this feels really hard right now. Avoid the classic, just relax, because trust me, if they could, they would. Instead say, let's take one small step together. Offer practical help, a walk, a cuppa, sitting beside them quietly. Your calm can become their anchor. But remember to look after yourself too. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you can close your eyes for a second, let's do something simple together. Take a slow breath in for 4. Hold for 2. And out for 6. Again, in, hold, and out. Now think of something that's been sitting heavy on your mind lately. Instead of pushing it away, imagine holding it gently in your hands. You don't need to fix it, just acknowledge it. Whisper to yourself, this is just a feeling. Feelings pass. Take one more deep breath in and out. You're safe, you're here, you're enough. Anxiety isn't the enemy, it's just an overprotective alarm system that needs a bit of retraining and a lot of kindness. Every time you breathe through it, every time you speak gently to yourself instead of harshly, you're rewiring your brain. You're teaching it that calm is safe. And that's powerful. So if today you're anxious, take a deep breath, drink some water, step outside if you can. You don't have to fix everything. You just have to begin. Thank you for listening. If this episode helped you in any way, share it with someone else who might need a bit of calm in their chaos. I'm sending you all my love and a gentle reminder, you are not your anxiety. You are the strength that sits quietly beneath it.